Hey people, how we doing? We're going to talk about some dry practice with the carbine and a little bit of dry practice with the carbine plus everyday carry stuff. So lots and lots of work out there with the carbine by itself, lots of work out there with the carbine and the full kit and all the get up and everything else and the battle belts, but not a whole lot out there with carbine and concealed carry. So I can think of a lot of scenarios where I might end up with a carbine and my concealed carry gear. But I can't think of a whole lot where I'm going to end up with full kit and shit. Okay? So I just want to be good at the things that I can actually possibly apply to real life. And then at the end of the day, it's just fun and it's something to break up my routine, break up my monotonous dry fire routine. You know, it's just fun to do, and we want to be a better overall package, right? Every single tool that we pick up, we want to be better with it. So it's not about operators or combat or anything. We don't have to put that stigma on everything we do. Let's just have some fun and let's get better at using these tools. So cues for running the carbine, period. I'm big on the top triangle index and all that stuff for pistol shooting. Exact same concept applied to rifle shooting. So what I do, first things first, when you're checking your guns out, you're making safe and doing all your stuff and your pre-dry fire checklist. What I do to run a dry fire AR session is obviously unload a gun, safe, everything like that. I'll put a little chamber flag in there or a zip tie or something. And then what I usually do is lock my bolt to the rear, okay? So when I lock the bolt to the rear, I can stick an empty mag in there or whatever, and then that allows me to manipulate my safety, but then it also allows me to hit the trigger, okay? It's not a real trigger break or anything, but it allows me to, okay? You don't get that by just going click, and then your safety won't work. You gotta re-rack the gun, so I don't like to do that. Top triangle with an AR-15, what do we wanna focus on? All right, so if we're coming from a low ready, high ready, a carry ready kind of position like this where we're sucking the gun in, set up like this where we're sucking the gun in, whatever the hell we're doing, what we want to be able to do is snap that gun in. And I mean snap it in there. So biggest thing is, first and foremost, we're creating a pocket between our chin and our shoulder. We're not simply just putting the gun in our shoulder and pulling backwards. We're actually driving our chin into the gun and our shoulder into the gun, okay? So that's not only just bringing the gun back into the shoulder, it's actually creating a socket for that gun to go, just like your arm bone goes into your shoulder socket, okay? We want it to go doink right in there. Chin weld, cheek weld, depending on your mount height, big. I want you jamming your cheek into there. I want you driving. I want you to weld your cheek to that cheek weld, okay? Whack, right? That's gonna make your head position more consistent. That's gonna allow you to be able to go faster and have that dot in the center of that glass or whatever your setup is right now, okay? As we move out, our pistol grip hand. I like to get real high up on her, okay? I actually put my middle finger out underneath the trigger guard. This does a few things, especially when I go to reload in shoulder or whatever. I can then hold the gun out here way easier, do my reloads, and you know, but that's not for everybody, but anyway. So what I do is I use a little bit of counter rotational forces on the gun, just like a pistol. I'm here, I'm driven in, my gun's in the pocket. I'm not really pulling back with this hand, but I'm twisting the gun. So I'm twisting the gun up like this. Now this hand, the rail hand or hand guard hand, comes in, counter rotates. Okay, so it's gonna straight up and pull back. Pretty simple. Biggest thing is I want to be able to go okay? I want to be able to come across here, and this is the first drill we're going to do. We're going to take a few steps. We're going to carry, snap. Okay, a few steps. All right, And we're not going full speed mode or competition mode. We're actually doing it almost like pine, and then dynamic entry, okay? So we're slow, sucked in. Okay, getting a sight picture, safety goes off. And then we can come in. I don't like to ever really come in from a low ready and then up, right? I always go like this and then snap out, all right? But we can change that up and go to the high. High ready, coming in. Okay, when you come in off the high ready and you're coming from underneath the armpit, gotta make sure to go out and then back, right? Otherwise, I do this same thing. I won't come out quite enough and I'll go to snap it up and I'll be like fighting it, right? Then you end up smacking yourself in the face. So just be cognizant of that and practice that. Couple of steps, snap. Couple of steps, snap. It'll tune you in quick, okay? Up drills at the range and stuff, incorporating that same thing. Couple of steps, snap. Okay, one step, snap. Leaning out, snap. Snapping that gun up in. It's just basically a little bit of a funner way to do up drills instead of just simply going, right? It's just adding a little bit of fun to it, adding a little bit of something to it. So, that's one of my favorite things to do, really. And then I'll just add in transitions from there, and then we might add in a reload from there or something. Okay, I won't drop the bolt. I'll just act like I'm hitting it. So I'll come up consciously and then roll out. And I'm reloading out of my back pocket. So same, trying to stay with the no gear kind of thing. Shit like that, working. Nothing too crazy. I'll do it the opposite direction then, you know. I'll do some standing stuff where I'm coming. Oh, got hung up in my sling. So perfect stuff there. I wanna make little mistakes like that. Okay, see how quick I can reload. Maybe I'll even bust out the timer. Okay, a couple more. Okay, if you notice, I'm putting my safety on. I can do it a little faster if I don't, right? I can go a little bit faster if I don't put my safety on, but for me, it's not, I don't know. If I go like this and come off sights or even off shoulder, I gotta do this. So whatever, I just like running the safety. You don't have to. So now let's talk about combining the two, combining the concealed carry with that. It's basically just being able to transition a little bit cleaner and a little bit better, because it's not going to work by simply, especially if you're going from appendix or strong side, because then you got to get that garment out of the way and stuff. So if you're coming from here and just swing the gun down around, you got buttstock and stuff to mess with. So what's the way to do it here? So what I like to do is I'm here, ding, ding, ding. What I do is come down, I grab my mag well, and I do this all the time. So I just grab my mag well as I go. Why? Because if I take my rail hand and throw it all the way around to where I want it, then my hand has to go further. If I grab my mag well and toss it around, it doesn't have to. I can come back around, I'm ready to go. So what I do is I'm here, ding, ding, ding. I come out, I try to put my safety on if I can. Swing this down, this hand is going, my right hand is already going for garment. Okay, then this one just comes and assists. Regular old draw, bang, bang, bang. Okay, I'm gonna get my carbine up, right? If we're gonna be trying to do this in a real context, we're not just gonna be doing it under time or whatever, doing those little drills and ticky, 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 all that shit. We're gonna come up, we're gonna flag our thumb majorly on the pistol. Go ahead, flag our thumb, grab that hemline. Do it without flagging yourself, okay? Back up. back up, flag, don't flag yourself. Okay, so it's not that easy, but that's like real world the way you would want to do it, right? If you ever had to and you had the chance to get that rifle back up, that's how you would want to do it. Now, obviously, you'd want to be behind cover or something when you're doing that, or in a position where you think you can, and then having the handgun out as long as possible when you get this rifle back up. That way, you can just go right back to shooting handgun. Okay, so we just go to whatever's the closest bullet shooter. Okay, so bunch of little stuff to work on there. Right, those little moving up drills, especially breaking the shoulder, breaking the gun off our shoulder, we can really do some work and then snap it out, up, high ready, low ready, compressed in, whatever you call that. Fun stuff. Oh, and one more thing. We'll talk about this real quick. So, if I'm running the carbine and appendix, and I only have my pistol and the rifle with no spare mag, okay, no spare rifle mag, all I've got is my pistol set up and my rifle. I'm going to run my sling around my neck, and then when this thing goes empty or malfunctions or whatever, bang, 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 I'm going to come in, I'm going to swim through while getting the pistol out. Now, the great part about this is now my rifle is just laying flat on my back. I can go to work. I'm a pistol shooter now, right? So if you don't have any more ammunition for this gun whatsoever, okay, it's empty. Let's get the hell rid of it. And now I'm just a pistol shooter. So what this does is it gets that rifle completely out of the way. And now if I got to reload for the pistol, I can go ahead and do that. And I just got to solve the rest of my situation with my pistol, but I haven't lost my rifle. But if it's laying flat on my back like this, it's not really a hindrance. I can move really, really well. I can reload my pistol. I can do all my stuff, and it's gravy. So I'll do it fast real quick. Okay, you just kind of chuck it behind you, and the good part is while this hand's chucking the rifle, this hand's doing that, and you can come out pretty quick. So I've timed this before, and I can't remember really what the times were, but they were pretty comparable to just going like this from concealment. Come in, swim through, throw that rifle out, then you can reload your pistol. You can do whatever the hell you got to do from there, and it's a pretty solid little technique. Practice all this shit. The better you are with this sling, and the better you are with throwing that rifle around, kind of swimming and doing all these little maneuvers, the better you are, okay? So it's all applicable, baby. Take her easy.